What is good, my people? What is good, yo? Guys, Railgun is, what's interesting? Looks like I was wrong about this, being a whole entire arc, and I would be fine with the show kind of taking it easy and just sprinkling some slice of life here and there and just having us enjoy the characters, because from what we saw in the beginning, it was pretty intense, and it feels like a lot has gone into that first half of this season. So to get this and to have the biggest crisis of why this character shows up in the case of actually doing what he does and it being over was I showed up because I want to save my dog, and I want to save my dog because I seemingly couldn't save someone else. So what? Why would I then try to think I could save my dog now that I know this? So after all of that, we then watch a very talented teleporter just absolutely destroy this episode, saving every single person that she can. I don't think anybody actually gets hurt in this whole entire episode because they have such a easy way to find out where and why things are happening. So just to think that this could have been like a thing that always happens, but then they kind of nerfed him down a little bit, and for some reason said that it's only going to happen to people that are close to him. So definitely that was not the case when it came down to a bunch of random people, and all the events that they were having. And I think that's why only reason why he could do that is because he extended it outside of just his body. He extended it to the phone app, so anybody who was just going around could see these numbers. But for another reason why he does this is so someone like the judgment team will actually catch a hold of these random occurrence of the game saying be here, and when going there, all of a sudden someone gets injured, or so all of a sudden someone is almost like hospitalized. So these are the types of things that they were noticing about these locations that were being given. And after further looking into it, wow, that person died. Luffy took my kill. They look into it and they were right. People were actually in danger every single time these locations were being shown on screen. So it's another one of those things where it's kind of like, that's a ridiculously helpful power, but it was like destroying the kid the whole time. It was leaving him really pale. He was bleeding. So whenever he was activating this to see, uh, you know, more in his real time, like without using the app and whatnot, uh, or well, he's the one taking pictures, and then the app showcases where or what's going to happen in that said location. So it's really weird, but they then kind of, summarize it as the app's pretty much going to go down, and because the app is down, not a bunch of random people could get the information about where to go and where they're going to get hurt and stuff like that. So now it comes down to whoever is just in these areas without knowing any better are always going to get hurt, because that's, life always has that. But that's the case of, he's going to be able to take the pictures and see what's going on before they happen for only the people that are close and that he cares about, because there won't be anybody else that will be capable of teleporting around if, she's not. If one person isn't there, what would be the point of using this and hurting himself when she says he could actually get better at honing his abilities and maybe be able to just use it without going completely pale and almost feeling like he's about to die. So very, very interesting stuff when it comes down to this show, as always, because I can see them reusing him, right? Like, I can honestly see them actually bringing him into the story sooner than later, and bada bing, bada boom, you have him seeing or witnessing someone get hurt. Our team goes and investigates. Turns out there's a supervillain there, and then some stuff pops off. Like easy use for him. And I feel like that's another thing that these shows kind of have the benefit of doing, is giving all these side characters big moments with other side characters. Uh, so regardless of what happens to them, or regardless of how popular they get, they exist in one show, like they exist, for instance, in a certain scientific, index. Index. Uh, I haven't seen Index in so long. Um, but on the flip side of that, you then have everybody who kind of just exist in the show, like outside, that have their own show, Toma and Accelerator and stuff like that. You have them in the show, but they're not really needed. And as you can see, Toma was very, very much needed in the first act of the season, and now all of a sudden this stuff just wrapped up by itself, unless there's still something more to come with this, which it doesn't look like it after seeing the preview is about like poker or something like that. So I'm not exactly sure what's coming throughout this whole entire season, but as of right now, I am looking forward to seeing just what they choose to end or begin with the season 2 of Accelerator. Or, geez, yeah. Well, I am looking forward to that, but I'm also trying to understand what they might be capable of doing, or what they're looking forward to doing in the scientifical railgun. Yeah, I just call it railgun. God. But yeah, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, thank you so much for the support, and I hope I can get everything out to y'all soon. Alright, peace.